Hello everyone, this is Payal Vacha. Welcome to Pharma Desert. In this video, we will discuss about pharmaceutical packaging part 3. So let's get started. Disadvantages and their overcome solutions. So major disadvantage is its reactivity in raw state. Although it rapidly forms a protective film of aluminum oxide, so it is still liable to a corrosion and when they are exposed to some liquids as well as semi-solid formulations, particularly at extreme pH, or if the product they contains any type of electrolytes. So what is the overcome? To overcome this problem, aluminium that is lined with epoxide, vinyl or phenolic resin. So that is about aluminium disadvantages and their overcome and their overcome solutions. So that is already discussed in our last lecture, uh, and that is continue in this lecture regarding disadvantages and their solutions. They are work hardening like a collapsible tubes that are made by impact extrusion, which tends to make aluminum that is less flexible. So, what is the solution to overcome this problem? Flexibility it should be restored by an annealing stage. What is about tin? Tin containers, that is a type of metal, and tin containers that are preferred for any food, pharmaceuticals, and any product for which purity it is considered. So, tin is the most chemically inert of all collapsible metal tubes. So, tin container that is most widely preferred for any food, any pharmaceutical, or any product for which purity that is considered, and tin is the most chemically inert of all collapsible metal tubes. Next about lead. Lead that has the lowest cost of all tube metals, and that is widely used for non-food products like any adhesive materials, any inks, paints and lubricants. So lead that is the lowest cost of metal tube, and that is cheaper in nature compared to other metals, that is most widely useful for a non-food product like adhesive material as well as inks, paints and lubricants. Lead should never be used alone for anything taken internally because of risk lead poisoning. So lead can't be or they should never be used alone uh, while you are taking internally, because the lead poison that is very harmful or injurious to any human being. With internal linings, lead tubes are used for products like any chloride toothpaste. What about lining? If the product is not compatible with a bare metal, the interior that can be flushed with a wax type formulation or with resin solutions. So, although the resin or lacquers that are usually sprayed on, and based on this one, a tube with an epoxy lining cost about 25% more than the same tube that is uncoated. So wax lining that are most often used with a water-based product in any tubes, tin tubes, and phenolics, epoxide, and vinyl, and that are used with aluminum tubes, and they giving a better protection than waxes, but at a higher cost. What about rubber? Rubbers that are also known as elastomers, right? So rubbers that have that is one type of excellent material for forming a seals, and that is most widely used to form a closures like a bunch for vials or in similar applications such as gasket in aerosol cans. So rubbers or elastomer both have same. And what is the properties of rubber? What are the properties of rubber? That is one type of excellent material that is most very useful for forming a seals, and that is used to form a closures like they form a bungees for vials, as well as that is also useful for preparation of gasket in aerosol can. And categories of rubbers. Rubbers that is most widely divided into two types. First one that is natural rubbers. Second one that is synthetic rubbers. What is natural rubbers? That is suitable for a multiple use closure for injectable products as the rubber that is resealed after a multiple insertion of needle. So natural rubber that is most widely useful for multiple use closures, particularly for injectable products, and is rubber that is resealed after multiple insertion of needle. What are the disadvantages of rubber? It doesn't well tolerate multiple autoclaving that becoming a brittle, and they leads to a relative degree of extractable material in the presence of additive. So risk of product they absorbing on or into a rubber, and it has a certain degree of moisture and gas permeation. Second, what about synthetic rubber? Synthetic rubber that have fewer additives and thus fewer extractable, and they tends to experience less absorption of a product ingredient. So synthetic rubber, or what are the characteristic of synthetic rubber? That have fewer additives as well as fewer extractable that is present in synthetic rubber. That's why that have a less absorption of any product excipients, and that are less suitable for a repeated insertion of needle because they tends to fragment or core, they pushing a small particles of rubber into a product like silicone, butyl, bromobutyl, or a chlorobutyl. So a synthetic rubber that are most widely or that is less suitable for repeated insertion of needle because they tends to fragment formation, otherwise core. They pushing a small particle of rubber into product like silicone, butyl, or bromobutyl. So silicone that is least reactive, but it does experience permeability to moisture as well as gas. And softer rubbers experience less coring and reseal better. Harder rubbers that are easier to process on high-speed packaging lines. So softer rubber that has a experience or a property of softer rubber that is less coring and reseal better compared to harder rubber. Harder rubber that are easier to process on high-speed packaging lines. What about fibrous material? Fibrous material that are the important part of pharmaceutical packaging, right? So fibrous material include example of fibrous material like any paper, label, cartons, bags, or outers. All are the example of fibrous material or that are composed of fiber. So application as well as advantages of cartons that may include increase the display area. They provide a better stacking for a display of stock items. They collect the leaflets and they provide a physical protection, especially to items like a metal collapsible tubes. So what are the applications or advantages of cartons? That includes so advantages of fibrous material over a cartons, like they increase the display area of any dosage form, as well as they provide a better stacking for display of any stock material, and they collect the leaflets, and last one they provide a physical protection, especially to items like metal collapsible tubes. Next one, fiber board outers, either as a solid or corrugated boards, also find a substantial application for bulk shipments. And the regenerated cellulose film, as well as trade names like a cellophane and ryophane, that is most widely used for either individual cartons or to assemble a number of cartons. So regenerated cellulose film, trade names. Regenerated cellulose film that have a two trade name like cellophane and ryophane. Cellophane and ryophane both are most widely useful for individual cartons or to assemble a number of cartons. Next one, film foils and laminates. In film foil and laminates, characteristic of film foils and laminates, that is they are applicable to tablets, capsules, pills, etc. And it's a good substitute for a polyvinyl chloride sheet. So, film foil and laminate that are applicable to tablets, capsule, and pills. That is a good substitute for a polyvinyl chloride sheet, as well as that in film foil and laminates that have no any type of cracking, delamination, or pinhole that is present. So it has a quite good blocking properties. Effectively, they protecting a drug from water vapor, oxygen, as well as ultraviolet. So all are the characteristic of film, foil, and laminate. First characteristic that is applicable for tablet, capsule as well as pills that have a it is a good substitute for a PVC sheet, and that have a no cracking, delamination or pinholes, and that has a quite good blocking properties, and that effectively protecting a drug from any water vapor, oxygen and ultraviolet. It can extend the storage period of drugs, and that is most widely particularly suitable for packaging of moisture sensitive drugs or those that is sold in a hot and humid areas. And taking out a part of drugs from the drug board without any impact on other well packed drugs. It is most widely used by a cold molding packaging machines, and it is shaped easily by changing the mold. So fiber foil and laminates they extend the storage period of drug substance as well as that is suitable for any moisture sensitive drugs or those type of drug that is sold in hot and humid areas. And taking out a part of drugs from the drug boards without any impact on other well packed drugs. So that is most widely used by cold molding packaging machines, and that is shaped easily by changing the mold and nice appearance that can upgrade drugs image itself. What about blister package? Blister packaging, that is a type of preformed plastic packaging that is commonly used as a unit dose packaging for pharmaceuticals such as tablet, capsules, or lozenges. So, blister packaging material that is the type of preformed plastic packaging material that is commonly used as a unit dose packaging for pharmaceuticals like tablet, capsule, or lozenges. So, blister packs they are consist of two principal components. First one that are made up of cavity and cavity that are prepared from or made from a plastic or aluminium, while leading that is made from paperboard, paper, plastic or aluminium. So blister pack that is a one type of preformed plastic packaging material that is used as a unit dose packaging for any pharmaceutical product like tablet, capsule or lozenge. So blister pack that is made up of two components. First one that is cavity that are made from either plastic or aluminium. Second one that is leading that are made from a paperboard, paper, plastic or aluminium. And the cavity which contains the product in leading still the product in the package. And there are two types of foaming the cavity into the base web sheet like thermoforming and cold foaming. So what are the function of cavity and leading? So cavity they contain or hold the product while what is the function of leading? Leading they seal the product in package. And there are two types of foaming the cavity into a base sheet. Okay, so cavity that is formed by two method, thermoforming or a cold forming method. That is the figure of blister package material. Second one that is thermoforming. In the case of thermoforming, a plastic film or sheet that is unwound from the reel and that is guided through a preheating station on a blister line. So the temperature of preheating plate like upper plate or and a lower plate is such that the plastic will soften and become a moldable. So in thermoforming, in the case of thermoforming material, a plastic film, otherwise sheet, that is unwound from the reel and that is guided through a preheating station on any blister lines. So the temperature of preheating plate, like upper plate as well as lower plate, uh, is such that the plastic will soften and become a moldable. So first of all, plates, upper plate and lower plate that is preheated and plastic that will soften properly and that become a moldable. Second one, what about cold foaming? In cold foaming, in the case of cold foaming, aluminium based laminate film that is simply pressed into a mold by means of stem. So in cold foaming, any type of heat or a flame that is not required. So aluminium based film that is simply pressed into a mold by means of stem. In aluminium that will be elongated and they maintain the formed shape. So advantages of cold foam foil blister is that the use of aluminium is offering a near complete barrier for water as well as oxygen and they allowing an extend a product expiry date. And disadvantages of cold foam blister, that is that have a slower speed of production compared to thermoforming, and lack of transparency of package and larger size of blister card. So disadvantage of cold foam, that is about uh, that have a slower speed of production compared to a thermoforming, and that have a lack of transparency of package and larger size of blister card. Next one, materials that are used in blister packaging like polyvinyl chloride, polychlorotrifluoroethylene, cyclic olefin copolymers, polyvinylidene chloride, polypropylene, polyethylene, and last one, glycol modified polyethylene terephthalate. Advantages like that have a product integrity, they provide a product protection, temper evidence, as well as they reduce the possibility of accidental misuse and patient compliance. Next one, strip packaging. Strip packaging is an alternative form of PEC for a unit dosage form. So it is a method of enclosing the product that are concerned between the two web of materials so that each is contained between a separate compartment. So in strip packaging, that is one type of alternative form of packaging of any unit dosage form, right? It is a one type of method which enclose or seal the product that is concerned between two web of material so that each is contained between separate compartment. In two web of material that may not be necessary to be identical. Like it is commonly used for packaging of tablet and capsule. So strip packaging most widely useful for packaging of any tablet capsules. And the strip package that is formed by feeding two webs of a heat sealable flexible film through a heated crimping roller. So strip packaging that is formed with the help of feeding a two web of heat sealable flexible film through a heated crimping roller. So the product that is dropped into the pocket formed before forming the final set of seals, and a continuous strip of packets that is formed which is cut to the desired number of packets in a length. So the material that is used for strip packets that are cellophane, polyester, polyethylene, polypropylene, and polyvinyl chloride, etc. That is the figure of strip packaging material. Next one, what about closures? Closures that are the device that by means of which a container that can be opened and closed easily. In proper closing of container that is necessary because it prevent a loss of material by spilling or volatilization. So closures that is one type of device and by means of which container that can be easily opened and closed. In proper closing of container that is necessary because they prevent a loss of material by spilling, otherwise volatilization, and they avoid a contamination of product from dirt, microorganism or insect, and they prevent a deterioration of product from the effect of environment like moisture, oxygen, atmospheric contamination, etc. And material used for closures that are closures for container that is meant for a storage of pharmaceutical product that are generally made from following basic materials. So closures that are made up of glass materials, any plastic materials, metal, rubber or cork, etc. Next one, quality assurance aspects of packaging. In quality assurance aspects of packaging, to ensure that patients and consumers receive a high quality drugs, the quality management system that must take the following considerations into account if the required quality of packaging is to be obtained. So to ensure the patients and consumer they receive a high quality drugs, so that's why a quality management system that must take a following consideration for a high quality drug substance, for maintaining high quality drug substance. The requirement of national authorities in relevant legislations and the product and production process, manufacturers internal policies like safety, marketing, etc. And bad packaging, which is the result of deficiencies in the quality assurance system for packaging, and that can have a serious consequences, right? and packaging defects that can create a problems that may result in drug recall. So, when drug that is recalled, if any deficiency that is occur in packaging and they directly affect quality of product, so in that case, a drug that is recalled from market, and such defects that may include any breakage as well as problem relating to a printing or inks or error on labels and package insert. So the use of GMP and quality control that will prevent the release of defective medicinal product. In the packaging process and equipment, they need a validation or qualification in the same way as any other part of processing within a pharmaceutical facilities. Next about sampling and testing of packaging material. So sampling that is used, what is the role of sampling? Which check the correctness of label as well as packaging material or container reference as well as in the acceptance of consignment. And they detecting adulteration of medicinal product and they obtaining a sample for retention. So sampling procedure that must take into account the homogeneity and uniformity of material and they directly ensure that sample that is representative of entire batch. So, if you have prepare any type of batch, and from batch you have to take 2 to 5 samples for checking quality, safety, as well as remaining or stability, etc. Sampling procedure they should be desired in a written protocol. And what about testing program? Quality control tests that are intended to check identity of material that is concerned. So complete pharmacopoeial or analogous testing that may also be carried out as may special test where necessary. So all the written specification for packaging material in container they should include the nature, extent, and frequency of routine test. So quality control test, intention of quality control test, they check the identity of material, it should be concerned, as well as complete pharmacopoeial testing that may be carried out, like as my special test if it is necessary, and all the written specifications for packaging material and container, they should include the nature, extent, and frequency of routine test. So routine tests that vary according to the type of material and its immediate packaging. So the use of product and route of administration. So nevertheless, such tests that usually include the following like visual inspection, test they identify the materials, dimension test, physical test, chemical test and microbiological test. All tests are performed to check packaging material. If any query or doubts related to topic, please write your questions in comment box. Thank you.